And we are streaming. Good day, people, to the YouTubes. Stars Confusion for the 17th of February 2023. Hope you are all doing well. And I'm going to apologise for... oops. Yeah, just had to suddenly forget about how things go for there. Yeah, 4 online at the moment. However, that 4 online does actually include the one person that I think is just a bot that's just permanently been parked there for at least a year and a half. But hey, yeah, hope you are all doing well. Let me just give a quick couple of sort outs here. We actually have 3 queued at the moment, which is myself, Prosper, and Aegon. So basically the people watching. Hello. Yeah, that's where we currently are with things. And as soon as we get a 4th, we will start things off. I'm going to apologise for last week. Again, got caught up in some other stuff and wasn't able to do things. Honestly, you know, work related for a large extent of that, in all truth. But you know, oh dear, it's alright. Well, I hope it's alright. It better be. Hello, Eduardo. So yeah. Also, again, apologies there was no board game, which I haven't really mentioned anything in sort of the messaging thing at any point, because I've spent the entirety of the week learning and playing a lot of Blood on the Clock Tower. So, yeah, there's been that. Which, if you're not aware of what Blood on the Clock Tower is, it's basically a... I forget what Tuesday was. It's literally, we played a board game a couple of weeks ago and basically had that as a rough plan to do some more. Obviously, I had my trip down to Kent the week prior, and this week we were sort of considering Nemesis. Blood and Clock Tower is if you like werewolfy style games where there aren't any useless characters, and alright, here's an example of why I really like the game. The first game I played that was legitimate, I was a character that had no information, or I thought I had no information throughout the whole of the game, but obviously, it's one of these games where everybody goes off into pairs or groups of threes and has little private conversations, passing information around, and yeah, you slowly build in a story alongside all these other characters with unique abilities, which everybody has a sort of partial picture of what's going on based on who they're talking to and what has been said to them and what has come back. But obviously, there are 3 people lying, at least 3 people, because some of the good rolls want to lie as well for various reasons. And honestly, it basically got down to the end of the game. I was the mayor, so the storyteller could choose for one of my deaths to not count and just ping off to somebody else, which apparently did happen once, but I wasn't aware of it. But my gimmick was, if I got to the last 3, I could basically try and convince the town to not do anything, and we would win. Wasn't able to convince them, because they thought I was suspicious, because I was being sneaky and secretive. Because, obviously, didn't want to reveal the thing. But, yeah, it was a really entertaining game, and then I've played about 4 or 5 of them in the week since I've done that. I was nearly going to do one today, if I'm going to be honest. Also, it's nice to know that the chat box is still doing weird things. Audio recording completely destroyed my sense of time, because that's all I did last week. Yeah, as I say, Nemesis is what we were sort of planning on running, and I do want to do that, because I actually own the game, but I've never actually played the darn thing, so it was just a random thought to just get that game off the ground. But we'll do that later. It's not a major hassle. Tabletop Simulator is permanently a thing. Although if we don't get a 4th player, we might have to end up doing something else here, or I might have to go to Tenho. But we shall see. I'll give it another minute or so for any latecomers. But I will start preparing Tenho in the background just in case I need to swap over. Kyra's not here, so he can't join us right now. Opening this window. Rise is American time zones and work. Mono is usually later, and he's admitted that he has work things. I don't know about Legius offhand, but either way, not saying anything. Oh, I should also probably, just for purposes here, this is the updated spreadsheet with the scores on it. Draconis is still on top with his 2 wins. Aegon is still technically a good win away from taking the lead at the moment, so that equation is still there. This is all a plot by Draconis. I don't know if it is, but again, I don't know, people are busy. I guess what I can do then is I can quickly flick over to this, and I'm going to do a an East game on Tenho and start to get my ranking up. So, yeah, we'll just give it some time. I should also actually just undo this, just in case. I don't have auto on, but I can't play 2 games at once. That would be insanity. I'll do feed stuff then. That seems sensible. Again, if we do find 4 people in the meantime, then we'll queue it up for when this ends. But yep, he doesn't want to vote. He doesn't want to watch me win / lose. Let me also sure things. Starting west. It's a variant of winning 1 game then logging off. Indeed. Hoping. We'll see. Alright, so east end of the game, we want to be quick if we can. Short wins are fine. North played, west played. Pair of souths, pair of easts. Okay, this is fine. This is workable. We're obviously kind of dependent on that east still, so we'd like to not call unless we get that east, but we can always do that and just try and steal 1,000 points. Free pin gives us the pair and run. That means we can call both. That would have been a great call had we got an east set up. We're going to get 9 pin. This particular music track seems distorted, so I might have to remember what that is and get rid of it. Let's move on. Good news is I don't have to worry about Dora Dragons, because a pair of them is already gone. That's a connected tile, so 6 is our remaining loose one. Okay. Not amazing, but not terrible. We can technically reach on a pairway if we need to, but we don't need to do that anymore.
Dong.
Pin through 1, we can live with. Might get a west reset, which wouldn't be great because this hand is reasonably connected, but... So this is pretty good for Tanyo at the moment. 3 middle pairs is going to be a little awkward, but we can make this work. Keep that going. If we draw the 5, that gets rid of one of our pairs without disrupting the hand. Potentially even just keep the 5, just go for the extended run here. Seven pin also gets this, although it doesn't mean the 3 is going to be loose. I would just get rid of that in that case anyway. Okay. How do we want to play this one? We'll get rid of this because I think Tanyo is still going to be our thing. There is obviously the marginal upside of keeping the 1 to 6 run, but... maybe I should have counted my blocks a bit better. Either way, that looks pretty decent. I'm going to actually cut the 6 pin because there's been a lot of pinsy tiles floating around. I think this is the safest one to go into.
Each.
Can't reach pair weight. Not a good pair weight, but a pair weight. So reach Tanyo 1.
Riichi.
And a half CG to both players. Another half siege. But again, both of these half sieges are into the middle, so they're not that valuable, but I'm just clutching. There's nothing I can do about it at this stage. I've declared Riichi. It's just whether or not I draw the tiles. But it's nice to think you've got better odds than you seem to have.
Dom.
Yeah. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Deal a turn, though. I don't lose anything for losing this necessarily, except for the ranking points, which I only care about in a sort of fringe way here. And we could deal a turn, we can still recover this. Potentially could have waited for a Pinfu, but we'd have been behind their reach if we'd have done that anyway. Would have been a better reach, admittingly, but still.
Home.
Okay, 7's called. Honitsu or Toy Toy. Or just cheap and they happen to have a Honor triplet already. Yakai triplet. Okay, we can discard for 2 pins.
Home.
We're not gonna have time if we don't go for something here, and this 9 is gonna be awkward. This is not the sort of hand I want to have at the moment.
Riichi.
Okay, well, this is a dud.
G.
So somebody can call, so probably will try. At this stage, we're sort of fighting for higher positions here, just hoping to instantly finish ahead. Safe tile.
Sumo.
Ouch. Alright, I think that's us out of this one. Triple up West 8-3, go for a Yakuman seems our best bet at anything at this stage. Dora's 5-man, so not getting any help there. Yeah, whatever we build here, it's going to be slow. It's not impossible to come back, but I'm going to need a lot to work out in our favor here, because I think we're going to have to clear these. Dora. We're going to have to either pair that up, or we're going to have to hope for something. Well, that is something. So 12,000 sumo wouldn't get us into the first position.
G.
Dealer rush is a thing that is happening. Could easily be a Tanya on our right. It's Honitsu, which is encouraging in its own way. I mean, we're not a million miles away from being able to have a reach of a Mangan plus hand. But...
Kang.
that is the worst draw I could have made from that position. Alright, fine. But worth a try.
Pom.
Tanya it is then.
Chi.
Alright, we have Tenpai. We're going to take Tenpai at draw. That's our way through this, and we're just going to hope to get a better hand next time. The likelihood is Tenpai. Just hope they don't draw it in 5 turns. Is Freeman safe? Freeman is not safe. We're going to hold off. Alright, bluff Tenpai, but it's not worked out too badly. We've got another shot at it at least. Didn't lose anything. That does not feel great at this point, but you never know. There's stuff. Drawing another East obviously gives us the quick Yaku High. That is unfortunate. We could have played the two man actually. For some reason I read that as a free, just as a glance. But wow, our discards are punishing us. Alright. Okay, that's useful enough. So at the moment we're looking at Riichi, Ipeiko, Dora 1. We've got more options if we do it this way. I was kind of thinking about Chanter related things, but this is nowhere near going to hit that, so... sequence. It's Ishanten. Not Ishanten for a lot. Technically speaking, we could draw 5, Khan, be on a 7-man reach, potentially. Well, that works, but no, that doesn't really work, actually. That's... I'll get rid of a 9-pins here. I'll get rid of a 9-pins here.
Riichi.
Okay. So my thought of a 9-pin discard in this position, with the pairs I've got to discard anyway, was that obviously it gave me the backdoor into Tanya with just a 4-1 swap after doing this, but... Well, that's not working now, and I'm losing winners rapidly. Of course, play for 2 men because that is definite safety. We could play the 5s in the middle now that we know the Khan's not a possibility. Yeah, 2 men, 2 men. We still really need to be Tenpai at the end of this, but... Ooh, for a 10 coming up, potential. So 5-8 gives us... gives us a very low win count of hell weight. Okay, so 5-8 gets us a hell weight. Otherwise, we add this for a 10 thing. Doesn't matter. Is it enough to overtake? It is enough to overtake. Oh, that was depressing. And I've dropped below 1500. Boo hiss. Oh well, we try again. Ager's not back yet, and Prosperous any person queued, so I'm fairly certain that I'm safe to re-go. And we'll see where we are after this. But it's also the disadvantage of the East Only games. If you do go behind, it can be extremely difficult to make anything back. But... And one big hand sells it a lot more readily than it would in a full game. Still doing what we can. Alright, starting dealer with a pair of whites. Food has been eaten. I've just started my second game because I think we're still at the 3 at the moment, but I got my loss out of the way. One of them, anyway. There might be more. Interesting.
Boom.
Yeah, we went 2 over 6 because, again, 2's more out of tile, but 6 also can connect to Dora with, depending on what we draw. Alright, we have too many pairs at this stage. We have 3 pairs ignoring our white call, so we'll get rid of the 1s. Does look as if that white's not going to be making an appearance, though. So I just have to hope there's one in the wall that we can get later. We've played a 9, unfortunately. That's not great. Well, hopefully we'll undo our for a 10 trap later. No, undo our for a 10 later. Carnage. Okay, 5 is now extremely valuable, so this 6 is never leaving our hand.
Boom.
About to say, he says hitting a scenario where I have to play it. But yeah, I'm much more comfortable getting rid of 7, 8 pin than 6 at this stage. Yeah. Could have taken the Tenpai, but so easy given this is a Tan, you know, next to us. Possible Hanitsu across from us. We need to incorporate this 6 into the hand. You did have 3 wins in a row. This is true.
Boom. Chi.
Oh, this looks fun. Okay, it's even safe as long as they draw their own things. There we go. That is a buy-in on our dealer turn. We have no luck at the moment. Oh dear. So we're just restarting the account. Yeah, no. Just random thought I had that I restart the account again because I can find another Shadowhawk variant that I haven't used yet. Just get rid of the insane negative I'm building up in terms of ranking points. But actually, I think, honestly, when I had my main account here, second dan ship, I was below 1500 anyway. I thought I randomly called that, actually. Which would have been... I mean, not the end of the world, but not ideal.
Riichi.
So 7 pin, 4 pin to advance the hand a little more, but that is gonna be called off by that, I think. Well, 4 pin was just proven safe, so... I'd say it's an argument we could have potentially counterattacked this, but... Well, we haven't drawn to Tempo and we have no value anyway, so maybe that argument's a terrible one. Either way, we are unlikely being Tenpai in 7 draws and playing safe, so... So yeah, we're just going to play our 6 pins and play safe. And avoid tunnel visually into the other 2 if we can.
Chi. Sumo.
Yep, unfortunately that was a smaller dealer win. That does mean that we don't need that much to get us up into second with this. Downside is this hand is pretty abysmal. But all dragons discarded. There is an East out, so we can play ours next. Overall, the hand isn't that much better after just clearing the honours. Okay. Also, I'm right on key to draw a free man here. Sounds good. Again, I don't know if we've got anybody at this point. The stream's been up for half an hour, so this might be it in terms of how it goes. I also need to feed the cats because they're hovering menacingly. At least after this game. But I was going to have to do it on that time anyway.
Dong.
I'm somehow not surprised that we dealt into that for a Mangan, but it's about where we are in terms of form guide at this point. Come on, move on.
Home.
Well, we have the Cheetoy plan up and running. South is a better win to be on, but two of them are out, unfortunately. North's potentially good. Okay.
Dong.
Well, we keep going. Isolated honor. I have weird thoughts taking this to Honitsu, but or Chinitsu actually, but we'll see how this goes. Problem with the call there for Chinitsu is we're still 5 away from it. Double Tom.
Home.
But we've been challenged now, so let's go. Yeah, similar to the Toy push, the Chinitsu push also has the same kind of problems.
Home.
But we have direction. Okay, 2 away. I just need to get rid of these 7s, which I really highly like to deal into somebody. Oh, that felt miserable. 2 8s, 2 5s both played, so we're low on outs here. I do need to draw another Manzi tile or two. Literal 2, apparently.
Riichi. Chi.
Let's say wrong 8, but we are committed. Villain, we at least get out of the game. That's the 3rd 5-man.
Dong.
Well, erg. Alright, I'm going to pause the stream a few moments. I'm just going to go feed the cats, and then we'll debate whether we want to continue. Catch you in a bit. It's fine. I was only insulting all of you directly with pertinent and vicious barbs, as you know. So it's all good. No, as I was kind of saying, yeah, I was about 1500 before we started. And yeah, just got stomped. I didn't even get back. I haven't even hit Tempai yet, I think, with the exception of the one Riichi I followed up with, which was better than the Riichi that won, as is occasionally the way. But anyway, so yeah, Kara, are you up for playing, or am I going to torture myself on East rounds for a bit? Actually, is Egan even around at this point? He did say Mike Shadow, so I assume he is. So you can torture me in full-length games this time. Just need to lose this hand. No, Egan, you should play the win. Hold on. Where are you? All right, let's watch Egan win. Also, he's in the silver rooms. I just realized. Actually, no, you can go in silver initially, can't you? I forget how the permissions of this darn thing work. No, he's Adept 1. You made the finals, so, you know, that's still achievement. Well, that looks like a monster. I mean, that's all you can do, ultimately. Might as well have a look at what's going on. I really am going to have to look into this darn chat box thing, because it really does not like updating itself. It works okay for a little bit, and then it just seems to just buffer up, and for no obvious reason, because it's not as if I have a high volume of chats. And I can put the other one on, but it permanently just sticks them on, because it's just literally a CSS script over the chat window. But... Egan is ready. Do you not want us to watch the end of this game, Egan? Did you not make a fantastic comeback? Okay. Well, I'm still going to ask Egan in any case, because he just... But yeah. So, I mean, Dora East, it's not impossible to make a reasonable hand from here. Unfortunately, gone the wrong way for Honitsu, but that's fine, understandable. Actually, why did you cut that? I mean, I guess it's basically the same at that stage. And you've allowed yourself to incorporate the Dora this time, so, okay. No, I can say. This being Sama, though, you are in the second row, everybody is Tenpai. Except you, unfortunately. Yeah, Honitsu's worked quite well here, so 3-6. You decided not to play the East. East was discarded literally the turn before. That was a safe discard for a two-sided Tenpai with no Yaku, admittingly. But still. So you build the shapes and then you get rid of the things. Also, I think that was a 369 actually, not that. Ishanten, 2-door. Okay. Well, Carol now turned up, so you dealt into 1,000 points. Well done. I thought the hand was looking bigger at some point, but that might just be me not paying very much attention here. Which I can't blame on anything other than possibly tiredness. Anyway, let me get in. Tournament lobby. So, before we begin, the stakes. As last stream, Egan needs one good win to take the lead. Prepare for match. So, Prospero, Egan, Chiral, Shadowhawk, random seat. Good luck. Let's see if my loss streak continues. Well, he needs... Okay, what are we working with? I suddenly have twice the thinking time, so that's clearly going to make all the difference now. I could have kept the one and gone for a Sanchiku, in truth, but feel it's probably not the best time. I'm going to get rid of that on turn 2. I don't want to deal with random Dora Easts at this point. Yeah, this is almost certainly going to be a rush 1,000-point win here. Can't see us doing a lot else with this. I hope we don't end up in a pair weight, because this isn't the best given that one's out, but maybe because one's out, maybe it'll work out actually. Who knows? I've got to finish other things though for this stand to work, so. Chill on turn 5. Hey, we drew one. Alright, so East puts us White puts us Shanten. Triplets of either of these two get us there as well. Alright, 7 from hand, start a second row. Let's see. That's a little annoying. It means we've probably got to cut the 8s if we have to. We shall see. Also, we might be getting to the point of just cutting dragons. High Manzu or risky to Chiral if this goes on. Okay, that works. So Ishanten, Dragon 1, which is basically Dragon only. Reach on Dragon? Sure.
Riichi.
Okay, pursue reach on a not life dragon, missingly. So I just hope there's one in the wall and Aegon doesn't want whites. Because my overweight is dead. If Aegon does want whites, he's in a hell weight anyway, so. Alright, deal a repeat for Aegon. Reach Nomi, not pinned through because he's got the triplet of the 2s there, but a 2-sided weight late in the game to proceed with. It was better than my weight, but questionable potentially. Either way, it's pulled off. His hands are always going to be slightly more valuable than mine, so he's got a bit more leeway with was the reach worth it in comparison. But getting the reach first was important because that might have slowed some discard decisions up. Still. Oh, nice. Okay, we'll play this, assuming we're not going to have the pair of greens here. I mean, with hands fast and connected enough that we could just wait and try and build something else here. If we draw 7 mana, we're definitely getting rid of this. At this point, I'm even questioning the validity of calling it. So I'd have to get rid of 9/7 to have the 8s as our pair at that point. So we'll just stay on the town pin route. Yeah, we're not calling that green. I might take the second one, but not taking it right now. Alright, Dora on turn 5. Okay, options. Yeah, we're going to play our pair of greens here. I mean, the hope is that the 4-pin eventually becomes safe, but... Closed 8 for not a lot of value. I mean, objectively, that's not a terrible deal in at that point. It was a bit of a weird one. If I'd have got if my hand was tempo at the position it kind of was, I'd have probably been going for that as well. But hey. No, nothing I can do about this. Yeah, I've genuinely got nothing.
Boom.
Yeah, we're just going to go for the quick attack here. I don't have another option.
Chi.
Forces this same discard, 2's on his initial octave, so that's our sort of game plan here. Close 6 is a very likely wait for his final one, in truth, but nothing I can do about that because it could easily be a 2-end thing. Closed 5. But again, not a lot of value. I think it was early enough that you could have potentially worked around that. You'd even have gone for a Sananko or something. Rather than forcing the closed weight with that. The hand was improvable. You got the win though, so can't complain too much. I just think that I'll have to have a look at what the starting hand of that was, but I've got a weird feeling that hand was definitely one I would have potentially looked for. Oh, that's unfortunate given I'm going pairs. For a one-hand hand, waiting a little bit to see if you can get the Sananko or the possibility of the Sananko wait, I think it was more valuable. Meanwhile, we are drawing a lot of Sozu. We're still not in a position to go Honitsu, I don't think, with this, but... I say Honitsu, I've got no honor tiles, but still. We're back to multi-pairs again. Long pause on the 2-man. Sure. So the thing is, we break this up for a sequence, pair, run, and we got a two-sided weight. Either way, round this goes.
Riichi.
So reach no value.
Sumo. ごめんなさい。Riichi. Sumo.
Again, this is a bunch of cheap hands, but eventually something's going to pay off. Also means that Carol is by no means out of this. In fact, it's almost deceptive that, you know, we had 4 or 5 cheap hands won, but nobody's really out of this, which just goes to show how important the one big hand is. Blair. Blair to you too, Rise. How are we doing? Might regret that when I immediately got 7 now, but Blair! Good to hear it. Yeah, Aiden's Call of the Fours makes this awkward in a lot of ways. But we'll see. Toy from Aegon. Drawing that last 4 would be especially big, but otherwise we've got to draw another 3 or we've got to give something else. I mean, draw a 3 would still be fine, but... At this stage, we are still a fair bit to go, and Aegon's on 2 calls. Fairly certain the 9-8 would pass him, and that's the most next thing to probably get rid of. Normally, I'd advocate for getting rid of this side of the weight, but... Free calls and Toy. Yeah, that's fairly big. Also means 8's not as safe as it could be, although he played those very imminently. Okay. Well, Aegon's playing silly buggers then. Sequentially, ultimately.
Boom.
Right, now we might be trying to punish Aegon for this. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I have safe discards to him. The problem's going to be this sequence, but... I'm almost certain Aegon's holding a Dora, because he... Free tiles got rid of. He already got rid of free, although that wasn't a Dora at the time, admittingly. Yeah, Aegon's on a free man. It does mean I have to draw one to get this hand anywhere, but I'd be astonished if he's not on that. He could be on anything, which is of course the point of this, but... Yeah, good pursuit reach. I'm surprised that's your option, but this is just emphasizing I think he's keeping Fedora. Dora puts me in the way. Kyril has played nothing in the way of Manzi tiles.
Long.
Yeah, incidental, but it's what I had to consider. So, obviously, because of this, I was going to have to go into some weird payway or discard Fedora, and I wasn't doing that into a Manzu Reach. But... yes, Toy Toy has many, many flaws. That is the extreme end of one of them. Not going to take it. I'm going to keep going, though. Alright, white. So, the logic for not taking it is that it devalues the hand, and Kyril is doing some shenanigans around a one-suitor, so I might need those two reds for safety later. Can. Yeah. That was what I figured would happen. And we're going to have to make discards in one of the other two suits he definitely doesn't want. So it looks as if it is going to be Pinsy. Egan quietly increasing the value yet again. I said quietly.
Chi.
Yeah, we'll go for snap. I don't think Kyro's in Sozu. He could be, but I don't think he is. So we'll take any call that gets us Tempai at this stage. Well, 6 is safe to Aegon, specifically. 7 is also safe to Aegon. Yeah, I'd have needed something for that to work out. And again, Prosper's just dealing with his 1,000 point hands. I mean, I don't know why Aegon's complaining that much about it. That's not great. He might have had a big hand himself, but I had 2 Dora. Well, anyway, Dora was, so. Yeah. Did I know where Dora were? I didn't know where Dora were. Ignore me. I am tired and rambling. So nothing new there. Still, it's only going to take the one hand, even from Aegon where he currently is, so... 3 dragons, so let's start getting rid of them. What's the betting that's Prospero's only value at the moment? That chance was low. That is happening this time. So we can get Tanya 1 into the open hand. Also, we're pretty close to just getting to a thing anyway, so... Granted, his 8-man going to pass him twice.
Chi.
Pass 1. You know what? I was exactly right. The problem is, the moment a Mangan happens, that Prospero's game plan goes out the window. And to be fair, this is my tournament play style usually, or at least I try to, this sort of thing. It does have its place, but when it seems to be all you're doing, sometimes you do need to be able to craft hands. I mean, I'm only 4,000 behind. I'm actually in 2nd place, weirdly, which doesn't feel like a 2nd place performance, this one. Red. So this hand's kind of dependent on whether I can draw this free so. I draw this free so, everything's golden. Or we just cut this. This could also happen. Well, it's not the East round anymore, so at most he's showing Honitsu, which he's discarded the middle 5 early, so it's probably another 1-han hand. This is well, I mean, he's reached Pinfu. 2-han. But if you're only playing with 1 Han, then the 2-han hand is king. And we have a safe final discard as well. Love to draw the 1-4 because obviously, based on discards, we would not like to be in a Pinzu weight, but sometimes obvious weight is obvious. Alright, that gives us options. We can now draw an 8-7 going to that. It's not going to be a very good Ipeiko weight though if that happens. Couple of 9s left.
Riichi.
Reach Pinfu. And a lot of Sozu discards. Not that either Aegon or Prospero have picked up on that defensively and are just going to attack this. Wrong 9. Yeah, all of it's got is low Manzi tiles, which is apparently working, but... Okay, door free. That's annoying. 6-man. 6-0 is a safe tile to Aegon. But there aren't any of those left. We know there aren't any of those left, so it doesn't matter. I've just got to go through 2 more draws, which is depressing. It's the Toy Toy Door free. Again, it seems to be the only hand Aiden knows how to build, but sometimes that's a big enough hammer. It is a game-winning hand. You've got to play safe to Aiden here. You've got to. I have no choice in the matter, but you know. Oh, Aiden didn't even have it. Alright, well, I'm happy to take a 2k advantage with one reach stick in. I mean, that's a good way to make everybody else fold, but you want to do that before somebody reaches. Off the start. So 1200 to the lead. I have green Andorra. That is enough. I also have a possible Itsu. And it's connected enough that if I get the 4, we're probably going for it.
Chi.
Yeah, Itsu, Dora 1, green. Absolutely fine. Oh, we even got the... Okay, this is... That was the only problem I could see with the hand. I was going to either have the green as a pair or it was just going to falter there, but that is worked out for us. If we get the green now, we actually have green 1 or green 1 with an upside. Give me that 4-pin. True, it's not a concealed Itsu, and they're the ones I really care about, but you know. Itsu is still nice to see. Aiken is going all in, and has played the tile I want him to play, but not when I'm in Tenpai yet. I'm going to play white because it's going to be a problem if I don't play it soon. I could take the Tenpai here. Itsu 1. 4-pin just played.
Boom.
I'm going to take it. This isn't great, but... But I can always call the green if I need to go into a single tile weight, and if not, I'm in a single tile weight anyway. I could have probably held off on that. I did not need to do this. Hand was good before I called. Now, I've just taken the Tenpai, which is sometimes important. Calling for Tenpai is rarely a mistake. This is one instance where it probably is. It depends how much people are willing to defend against Aegon now and whether they think a 4-pin is going to be worth it in context. If Aegon calls a third time with the sort of toy build, then maybe. Even if he just gets a third call, actually. Kyril might be looking at Itsu. But I'm guessing he's assuming that I'm on green. Or red. Green, red, and I think East has been played. So yeah, green or red. Whatever these two think about that. Green, actually, because that. So yeah. Kyril has me on exactly green 1.
Riichi.
Which is why he's happy to reach. Aegon getting a third call. Oh, okay. Might not have been Aegon, then might have been Prospero, but Aegon getting a third call would have possibly put. Well, I don't know. Don't know. Oh, I think we're out. Yeah, we're out. Hate defending this late, but at this stage, I think we have to do it. Pass. Our only route now is the green, but didn't happen. That's the Mangan. Knew there was one big hand coming, and that's going to punish us. Yeah, losing 4 here is really bad. Final hand. Final hand, Mangan needed. We did get Dora 2. We're not out, but we need to connect with this now. so we'll lean into the Tanyo, see if we can make that happen. Obviously, Paranorths is still useful if we were to get it. But the hand is looking reasonable. If we draw a 5-pin, we'll probably go Concealed and just try to take Ipeko 2. But of course, somebody gets fancy, we are going to call. Double sequence. E Shantan. Reach Pinfu 2. Mangan and enough points to win. Even without the Tanyo. Not going to take that. Reach Pinfu 2. Tanyo doesn't really up the value anymore, or at least not enough to be significant. 7-9 versus... Actually, 7-9 versus 8, the full Mangan, actually. That might matter. But if we sumo, it doesn't. Okay, and gives me another draw. Aiden gives me the win.
Long. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora 2. Mangan.
Mangan and victory by the narrowest of narrow. Sorry, Aegon. You have to worry about those sorts of reaches. I know we got into a state of the entirety of the East round where basically 1,000 point victories all the way round. But that's the risk. Me and Cairo got a manga and we ended up on top. And yeah, we couldn't make Aegon win. But again, as I told him when he was in the district last time, I wasn't going to help him. I'd like him to do it, but I wasn't going to help him. GG. Oh dear. So let's just go log here for the moment. I want to confirm a couple of things with this before we go on. So yeah, Aegon, free-hand hand, 1 hand, 2 hand, 2 hand. Small win, another small win for Cairo. But ultimately, this is decided by the fact that me and Cairo both got a Mangan in the last 2 hands. And honestly, I was doing almost nothing through most of this. Most of the time, I was struggling to even get anywhere. I think this one... let's just see what we were towards the end here. So obviously, this is the bluff. And obviously, yeah, massively concerned about this when this was coming up. I'd already reached, so it was done. But, yeah. Just nobody had it. It was in the wall. Well, Cairo drew one and decided not to play it, which is fair. Ugh. Yeah, big hands are important. Building big hands is important. Oh, but yeah. Anyway, I can potentially do one more. I know Rise was around earlier. I don't know if he still is, but if he is, he's entitled to play. I need points back. Well, you're gonna have to earn them. Oh, I'm not in the giving mood. That, though, has pushed me up to 3rd, at least as it stands. I'll give Rise a couple of moments, see if he is going to come back, and then we'll just start the same game as last time. Practicing the top 2 mindset. I'm not sure this is necessarily the best territory for that, but absolutely. Alright, I think Rise is left. He would have responded by now, I believe, so... Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm assuming you're going to have higher quality caliber of players than the 3 of us at this stage. Anyway. So, myself, Cairo, Prospero, Aegon, random seat. Good luck. I mean, that's usually the case in most elimination brackets in Mahjong. Unless they're doing a small league type thing initially, but that's, yeah, complicated. Okay, so same seat. Oh, not the same seating. Prosperity can switch. Oh, absolutely. But, you know. That's why you should practice against them. Anyway, it's after start. Reasonable opener. We are the dealer, of course, so we have to work that around things. Also, if we keep drawing useful Manzi tiles, we just go for the Itsu here, I think. Get rid of 7-2 and then see where we are. One's likely to be our pair. Some pin-2 nonsense around here. We'll see. So, apologise. So, 6 and 9 man. 6-9 man, please. 2 9's already shown, but people are more likely to play that 9. Okay, so not the worst. That means we can do a close 6, have to get rid of one of the pairs. Potentially we can work that in. When you draw a 6, they probably still cut the 1 and we go for the pin for the thing anyway, so yeah, I guess we are just doing Itsu. Another one we want, but 3 middle Pinsy tiles from Prosper in a row, so we need to be aware of what he's up to. Hatsu doesn't have it. Ordinarily, I would love to take that, but we need to go. We need to go Itsu, and we have a pair of terminals, so we can't really justify calling the 6. Although I would dearly have loved to. That's like potentially call 9 or 6 before that happened, but now we are pretty much out of this one. 2, 2, 3. Ooh. That's fairly fun. You know what? Actually, we can play a 7-man here. Oh, we have a Riichi Pinfu. How many free 6s are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we have so many. No. As much as I really would love to, it's not a good wait. Can we get Senpai here? No. Two closed single weights. Although Prospero finally got... Yeah, there you see. That was a Mungan hand if you did manage that. That was a Mungan. That was worthwhile. I didn't even look at the value of Egan's. Alright, well, yeah, dealer turn's annoying, but you know, losing the draw as dealer is not the worst, especially for the compensation of 2,300 in the middle at the moment. Well, we're having another West. That 2,300 in the middle, we are almost certainly not going to be claiming with this hand, I don't think. Unless we get an absurd amount of luck in the meanwhile. Yeah, this is just... Yeah, East now. Well, this is a terrible opener. We might just be going for Nageshi here. In truth, it seems to be stabilizing itself a little bit now. But, you know, just... There are some hands you just get that feeling and just, yeah. This is not going to work out for you. This seems like one. And not much we can do there. Got 2 safe tiles. Might as well continue on with that, but at this point we're just gonna let the Riichi win and pick up a ton of points from it, I think. We're not a million miles away from chasing ourselves here, but we have to get rid of a 3 or a 6 man to do it, which doesn't seem great. All the 1 men are out as well, just for emphasis on our current situation. Yeah, we're going to play safety. I don't have a great answer to this. It's early reach, but the outside chance of gets to a Tempai for the 3,300. I think we're going to have to hope that it's still there. Egan doesn't win. Got 6 more draws. It's not impossible that he doesn't take it. It's a long pause on the 4, but nothing to do with Egan. So in terms of our safe remaining tiles, we have 1 pin and we have 8 pin. And 8 man. We have 2 so as well now. Okay, so we got 4 safe tiles. Well, 3 safe tiles now, and hopefully we'll get another one developed before then, so I think we're okay. But unfortunately, we're going to have 2 draw losses here. But a lot of points in the middle. Well, Egan pulls off a huge hand, and that is Titoy on the 7. Which you don't, strictly speaking, do, typically. I mean, when did he reach? He reached on the 7 or the 4. If he'd have wait... no, he wouldn't have gone on the 9. Could have gone on the other 9, I suppose. Still, either way, Egan pulls off the big hand. So maybe he is going to get his points back. Either way, I was looking forward to trying to steal them. Well, this is certainly a better grip than the last one I had, so let's see what we can do with it. This is a little awkward. Might end up just getting rid of this later down the line, but it is fine for the moment. Carol has discarded a full set of Mansus out of his opening, so got to be on the lookout for Chitoy shenanigans from him. don't discard any single out wind tiles he might want to be waiting on.
パン
Oh no, he is going for... Okay, so this means it's more likely he's gone for the outside hand then. Oh, we're in the one pin. So this is the problem. We discarded 2 of them though, so he doesn't have a pair. He's got to be a set of them. That's workable. Our hand is already kind of monstrous at this point. If I draw a pair of West, I'm in a Yaku High pair weight. If I can get rid of a 9, otherwise we shall see. Best swing across the door, weirdly, is going to be 7 or another 8. 9 also gives us the pair weight on the 8-9, but the 8, it's a thing only at that point. Okay, that was my last sort of risky consideration, but now we have Tanyo and things. He's discarded 7. If he wanted the 9, I don't think he'd be discarding 7s at this point with 2 9s already gone. Yeah. On Tsunami, we had a good hand, but obviously Kyril got the hit before we could get rid of that last tile. I don't think it was that sneaky, really. We'll go north here because this is not a hand I want to keep. North reset would be fun. Doesn't happen. Well, let's hope we get some rapid improvement. Okay, so sequence pair. Closed open. And potentially some Dora. Second pair. It's gonna force us to discard the Dora soon. Which I'm not gonna like. But we play it now. We draw a second one, we are sad, but it's correct to do that now. East is gonna be safe, so.
Riichi.
And we would not have been able to discard the Dora had that have happened first. Question is how safe is the 6-man against Kyril at the moment? Well, I see 2 souths and it's my win, so if he wants it, well, fair play to him. So 6 PM would be useful, but... My Nageshi! My totally on and totally legitimate Nageshi. The only early question was if it was Chanter as well. Alright, we have a two-sided weight if we draw a 4-pin. That is not a 4-pin. I'd say that's exactly what I wanted. I'm actually happy to go the 5-6-5-6 route actually over this. So it's now 4-7, and also if we pair up any of these, we have a pair weight. The only problem with doing this is that we don't have the switch to Sanch Cube, but that was looking not massively likely anyway. Do we want to pursue this is a good question. Can we pursue this is a good question.
Riichi.
So 4-7's not the best weight in the world, but we do have a half CG and... Ugh. Alright, have 1,000 points. Oh, I'm upset by that level of luck. I'm actually upset by that level of luck. I'm upset by that level of luck. Alright, I've said the same thing 3 times. Yeah, just... oof. Not happy at that at all. Okay. Concealed Dora Dragons, you say. On my last dealer turn. Pair ourselves though. But then I'll door ourselves.
Boom.
This is a cheap bounce hand. It doesn't really do much, but at this stage I'm kind of trying to just keep Kyril in range by going quickly. Because if he wins a dealer hand here, I'm in big trouble. So as maintaining things.
Chi.
So I hope to draw at 7-pin and just have the two-sided weight here on the same tile. Remind me to make a soundtrack that's actually slightly more appropriate to Mahjong later. Because it's very definite for ambient sort of weird and oddness. And some of the tracks have been appropriate, but there's a little too much horror influence because I obviously got some tracks downloaded for Nemesis, so I put a few more horror things in there. He keeps playing things I want. Alright, this is better. We'll go with this way around. So if all of the free's gone, 2's walled off. There's a chance I can get to Tenpai off that. Yeah, this is a 1k bluff. I can't do much else, but I need to get Kyril off this dealer button. The good news is it has kind of worked, because I think he's playing around me a bit. I might be wrong, but... That man was played a couple of turns ago. Yeah, I think he is trying to play around me. He might still be Tenpai, but that's... Or might be trying for Tenpai, I mean.
Riichi.
Yeah. Decided it's worth the reach. We have the safe tile at least, so we're okay there. Oh, I would have loved that 7. Wrong 7. He might be in the door at Hell. Well, can he? No, he couldn't be in the door at Hell. Wait, but he could incidentally be on it. I'm not going to risk that. We got 2 2s. We're not going to get Tenpai here.
Long.
Yeah, this is what I didn't want to happen. This is why I was pushing for the quick hand, because now I need a Mangan. And I need a Mangan Sumo. And that means I've got to build. And at the moment, we're looking like something Dora 1 at best. And it never will be. Okay. This is workable. If I can get the town pin, or at least pin through 1, maybe.
Pong.
Well, it doesn't keep winning if I keep giving Karo Yakihai, but, you know. Now I've got a legitimate shot at this hand. We're going to see what we can do with it. Oh, maybe we're not getting the Dora 1 after all. I mean, at this point, again, when it was still about a 5,000 gap, I could afford to take a quick 1,000 points to end this. Now I have to consider hand valuations for getting up to Kyril's points. Aegon still needs about... Well, actually, Aegon lost the game, so he needs a lot more. But... Lane 9. There's a chance Denitsu wouldn't be pinned through if we did that admittingly at the moment, but hey, we draw a 2-man, we draw a 2 or a 3-man, we gotta have it in the includes. Well done, you two. Nothing much I can do about this, really. Just play my reds out, I guess. Is there a backdoor to Chitoi at this point? There probably shouldn't be, because what has got one of these for? So 6-man passes. I've discarded West, so that's not going to work for Chitoi. Yeah, 6-man's the only legitimate safe tile I've got in this position. Well, others I could try, but yeah, needed that. Well, big sumo. Well, Chiral is dealer, so that is putting us in closer, but only by a couple of thousand. He's still got a huge advantage on me here, but Mangan sumo is enough to get past him. So technically, that's range. Also means, based on his finished top 2 mentality, he needs to prevent me from getting a Mangan sumo at all costs. If he can manage it. Honestly though, this hand to Mangan is not going to be easy. If this was south, I'd have the route there, but if these were south, I'd definitely have it, but you know. Well, I mean, I did ask for that, so okay. We have our potential route in. And obviously, if we are in a single weight for it, we're going to have to draw it ourselves because there's no chance we're getting it from anybody else. He says. Fast forward to exactly when somebody deals in. Okay, 1 down. We're not going to be so quick to discard ours. There's a chance we can make it work, even with 1 missing. Definitely the horror themes. Yes, the best draw is that second south. 2-pin does nothing. If you draw something semi-useful, we can go cut the 9 from this one and just move on, but I haven't done that yet. Goodness isn't nobody's got a set of these, so they've got a pair at best, or they're on a single weight for it. Ooh, that's good. Alright, we're getting rid of this, because Aiden just keeps playing free men. So, we're double Yakuhide up. We can call. We need one or the other. And the hand is good enough. So 7 so whichever way you slice it, but if Frostbite gives us a south now, then I don't know, but we probably owe him a lot for that if that happens. Absolutely. Or in Mahjong parlance, Vasessa free man. Yeah, needing the 7 so to finish this is gonna be tricky. He says, and Agen immediately gives it to us. Sure. 1 south, 1 4. Wrong 4. But not for Agen. Well, we're sitting here with our Mungan anyway. I think Aegon's going to have a Self in his hand. And he's going to keep that to the end. The question mark is, can we get a 4-man out of ourselves? Wrong 4 again! Stop discarding the wrong 4s. We got to go for it. We have a Mungan. Yeah. Mungan in hand had to be done. But it means we are fighting for third. Yeah, just something quick to prevent Prospero catching us up, and that is what we are playing for. That's quick, but it doesn't actually help us win, so West. So down 9 plus 5, so -4 is what we're currently on. I think. I know the rates on my own tables. No, we're -5, so it's actually, we're on it. Yeah. Yeah, so it's 25, 10, -5, so I'm on -5, so that means I'm losing 14 points at the moment. Unless we can direct hit for a Hanneman, either of the two players to our left or right, doesn't look as if we're getting a lot here. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this. So, Tanyo. Would love to. With no Red Dora and also with no potential carnage. Definitely a good idea. It probably is a good idea. I'm going to do this one, though. Yeah, we're going to take our third. If we had to fight for second, if we were doing what Kyra was practicing doing, we'd have to play this differently, but we are not. We're just playing to conserve the position, because Prospero only needs a free-hand sumo, so we need to force this game. Playing for top 2, we'd have kept this going and tried to see if we could get ourselves to Sananko or something of that nature. And I have lost positions chasing wins that are basically impossible. But, you know, there's a time and a place for that, and this isn't it. I mean, you never know. We could still... No, we can't Khan. We can't even Khan. So... Well, actually, technically we could. We could draw a 5 and then draw another 5, I think. Both 5s are still out? Yeah, that's we can still Khan this. Yep. Yeah, this is... So I kind of already explained this... Yeah, so you're correct in both cases. I realised I needed a Hanneman to do anything. And yeah, you got some points back. But clearly, in the position I kind of had... I'm just going to actually go back to a log on this one, because there was a decision point. So... Scroll down. South 4. So, yeah. So if we just go back a couple of turns here before I had this core sequence. So, obviously, if I'm playing for... I must finish second. The level of jam you two can possess is kind of stupid at times. Just saying. So the only chance I had of going up a position here was either direct Hanneman, which the only way I could make it with this hand would be Probably Khans or changing this to Tanyo, Chitoi, Riichi, and having 2 Uradura. Only real way I could make this any kind of hangman push. If I had to do what you were doing for top 2, that's the sort of level I had to go. I wasn't in that position though. I was in the position where Prospero was 8,000 points behind me and I needed Freehan and a Sumo to overtake me. So my play from here was I got the call, let's go. And as you had already predicted, really, you could afford to go for this because, again, Mangan's direct hit is not enough. And I just saw, yeah, I had any Shanten from that call and then go for that. So, yeah. If I was in a top 2 position, I'd have had to force a Chitoi out of that one and try things. But thankfully, not in that position. Oh, but yeah. But anyway, I was in a much worse position than that, and I was just going for the 1,000 points to win things. I am probably going to call that a stream, unless anybody really, really desperate for a game. But we've had 2 identical, and we are low on attendance. Yeah, I might consider things going forward in terms of Tars and Confusion's future, but we shall see. It's just it has been entirely bad from that. Things I can do that 4 times. Absolutely. Well, no, actually, you need to do that 3 times, and then you've got to go top matters only. 3 times to get to top 2, and then top matters only. That's the thought process. That 4th game, win only. But in any case, thanks for joining. I'm going to end the stream here. Catch you later.